Yes.
And the first stage performance was a beautiful experience. I was on stage at playing Esther, Jeannie's mother, and experienced both that and the staged reading. And I think it's pretty phenomenal that a piece of art, first of all, that is telling a true story about triumph over so many evils, if you will, of good over all of those evils, can have the same up to your feet just emotional reaction in a little black box in Sandy Springs, Georgia, as it did with a cast of Broadway and TV actors, all very, very talented, who were all also very passionate about this piece. In the Jewish Heritage Museum in New York City, that is a living memorial dedicated to the Holocaust, New York industry people all up, right after the performance as well. I think there's always work to be done, but we're starting from such an amazing place where you can reach out and grab that many hearts, mine included, theirs included as well, I would imagine. And we really, every single person who's come in and touched this project has left their mark, and we are so appreciative of that. And we know that any of you that would like to come in and touch this project, hopefully can feel that same sense of furthering a story that needs to be told and putting good into the world, and fulfilling a matriarch's dream of telling her story of survival to future generations. And it's an amazing thing to be part of.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really wonderful.
We also, from the business side, are a 501c3 corporation, so we can also take donations.
Please.
So if you'd like to see it progress that way too.
Tax deductible.
And it's tax deductible,
but it's
yes.
just to be direct. If you would like to donate, which is very appreciated, you can just go straight to www.bywheelandbywing.com/donate. That simple, it's right there for you. And you can obviously also reach out, of course, if you'd like to be involved creatively in any aspect of the show, to Act 3 Productions at AOL.com. It's the number 3. And
and I'd like to add one thing.
Yeah.
In the sense of, I am actually an interfaith minister. I'm very Jewish. So on all over. My mother, Temple Manuel, all kinds of them, on the board of the Actors Temple. And I'm a humanist. And the story also, I think, is important because in the story, there's a non-Jew. This is not a good time for Jews. But there's a non-Jew that comes into the family and helps out, right?
Marushka.
oh yes, oh my God.
Who wants to be part of the family,
Yes,
who
absolutely.
probably jeopardizes his own self because he became part of the family, and that is what I hope to see, and we all hope to see, world peace moving forward.
Well, and I think that one of the main, when I was looking at this from a producer's standpoint, one of the most incredible parts about it is, where do you find a piece that deals with universal issues in a historical period that was, so moving for everybody involved, and everybody has known about it, except newer generations won't. So it keeps that going, and that it has children in it, which is just amazing, and that the themes of family are the same, no matter what age, no matter what nationality, no matter what religion. Families are families, and it's love that gets you through.
And it was love, and it was such beautiful love. You sing a song. Tell us about this song, and we're going to play it now.
Sure. So like I said, I played Esther, the mother of 7 children of the Parnes family. That would be my youngest daughter right there. And at the end of Act 1, Esther goes into labor during a period where most of the family had typhus. We are not sure if she survives. We are not sure if the baby comes to term. We see at the beginning of Act 2, she enters cradling what appears to be either a child or a doll. We are not sure. This is the staged reading version you're going to see, so there is no baby or doll. And basically you see her coming to terms with the fact that perhaps it is for the best that this child did not survive the birth. And a mother coming to terms with that realization, that feeling within herself, is very profound. The song lets us in a little bit to the mindset of that, but that's how horrible the times were, that this woman who had 7 children, who loved her children, felt in many ways that this child of hers was better off in heaven. And so that's what you'll see a bit of.
So this is the second.
Here we go.
Can I just tell one more little story?
Why not? Go on.
We were always in a situation of traveling and bombing, and they started bombing, and we ran to hide. And when the bombing stopped, they looked around, and there were 7 bombs around. I don't know if it was a tree or a house, but it was 7 bombs around where the family was. They didn't go off.
And there's 7 children.
And there's 7 children. My mother said, can I say it in
Yeah,
Yiddish?
Yiddish. We love Yiddish. Bissel Yiddish. Yes.
7 bombs for meine 7 Kinder, but it didn't happen. 7 bombs for my children, but it didn't happen.
Zeigesen. Okay, and we love it. So we're going to go to the video of this is singing. All right, so let's listen.
Just a baby girl in a violent world, and your life had to my breast. You would not believe all the things you see. We would love you, you would rest. Do I wish you lived, or will God forgive me not wanting this life for you? And the wheels keep on turning over again, and the road it goes on and on. We will find it by will and by
Okay, so since I was there, I heard you sing, and the show is just so wonderful. I want to ask just one last thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
In
you.
the world
It's
of
a dream of dreams.
And it is a dream of dreams for me as well, and because we're all about being nice to each other, and for these kinds of things never to happen again. So my main, I always say our women too, especially if I'm with my women. All right, so I like to, because we're so involved with world peace, to say what's peace mean to each of you. Okay, maybe why don't you share first?
Sure. To me, peace means coexisting in a world where people may have different beliefs, values, identities, of course, personal experiences, but the overarching important way that we behave towards each other is showing compassion and love and understanding. And I think if people can open their minds to that idea, peace is possible.
Beautiful. Patty?
Well, because I'm so involved with this story, I will tell you the piece that I feel is that I have done everything that I possibly can and will continue to do everything that I can possibly do to make this happen, make this a reality. And that gives me peace in life personally, to know that when I put myself out there to do something with a passion, that I do everything I can to fulfill it, and I don't run away if it gets a little difficult along the way.
As show business does. Okay, Jeannie, your piece for you.
Well, since you have described all the things that if I would try, I can't, because I don't have your background of schooling. But peace to me is to get up in the morning and take a shower and not be afraid that somebody's going to bomb me. And peace to me is to look out the window and see Kinder going to school. And peace to me is knowing, well, actually peace to me now is knowing that my mother's story is going to go out, and so I can be peaceful about it. But the biggest piece is to be in America for me. We dreamt about it, and my mother always talked, she had family here in America, and she used to say, "Oi, kinderlich, die zijn, you kids, will you see, when the war is over, we'll go to America, to my family." She said, and I didn't have shoes because my feet grew and my shoes were too small. So she said, "Ginelle, it'll come a time," but in Yiddish, "it'll come a time when we will be in a place where you look in a store full of shoes and you pick the ones you want." And I just, to me, peace, being with my family, being with you guys, and not being afraid is peace to me.
Okay, and peace for me is that I get the opportunity to share this beautiful thoughts. And I did grow up in the shoe business. We're going to dedicate this whole beautiful occasion here, actually, to your family, and I believe your sister? She sings a historic song,
Yeah.
For the Jewish community. Give us a little background, because we're going to go to her singing.
Okay. She's, first of all, the background is that she was an actress before the war, and so were my parents, so just that just set the stage. And here she was in her 80s, in America, on an American stage, in front of American audience, singing the Yiddish Mama. I will never forget this. Remember when I asked you if you couldn't do it? Because some people felt maybe it's gonna maybe it's too much for her or whatever, or the time, and Patty said, "Don't worry, she's in." And she sang for us, and there wasn't a dry eye in the theater when she sang.
And her name is Singing Yiddish Mama?
Yeah,
And
her
was?
name was, she passed
Yes,
away a
and still
year ago,
here.
February. And she,
Sally.
Sally is her name, and she sang a Yiddish Mama.
All right, everyone, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for,
so
Thank
much.
you.
for
So
being
much
part
for
of this.
this dream of dreams. Thank you.
Yiddish Mama.
Finally, and this is a very special moment, not only do you get to meet the real Sally, but she is going to sing for you. Just say it. Louder, just say it. That's not the microphone.
It's a microphone.
Ich will für euch a Kasse pflegen, sucht mir wer es kann. Mit welcher Teile vermeiden's, gedeinst du Daumen. Im Zweiten fragt man keinem nicht, es hilft nicht keine Geweih. Der muss verleiden, der weiß, wo das meint. Heide jüdische Mama, sehe doch keine auf der Welt. Ein ihr doch tired of it go. Wie scheine Lichter kitten aus, wenn die Mama du, ach finster, traurig ist und dann, wenn sie ist in meiner Stuhl. In Wasser, in Feuer, wird sie gelaufen, Feuerkind. Nicht halten ihr Teier, du sind gewiss, die Reste sind. Auch wie glücklich in der Reich ist ein Mensch, was hat, als das schöne Matune, geschenkt von Gott. Also halt ich jiddische Mann,